Welcome to the Bogart Podcast, episode number 7. I'm Evan Bogart. With me is my left-hand man, David Parshall. And we got a show for you today. We have a few emails that we have to get to, and you can email the show at thebogartpodcast@gmail.com or call the show 585-678-1660. That's 585-678-1660. Follow us on social media, Facebook at the Bogart Podcast. And if you want to listen to our show, listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. So, how was your week, my friend?
It was okay. Before I get started, do you read that every time off of something,
No.
or do you have it memorized?
I have it memorized.
Oh,
Yeah, why?
I was just curious.
No, I kind of read it so many times that it just goes through my head now.
You forgot Twitter.
You know what? We only have like one follower on Twitter, so
I don't know why
you
do Twitter anyway. Twitter's for, politicians.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna delete it. How was your week, my friend?
They just every day just runs into each other. I don't even know what day it is. I mean, I know what day it is, but it's just like, the stay-at-home dad life just really gets to you after 4 years.
What do you get? You getting like cabin fever?
No, not really. Not yet, at least. It's just
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, what did we do last week?
Well, you went to the farmer's market, you told us.
Yep, we do that on Saturdays, pretty much every Saturday that I don't have something going on. We don't really do much during the week.
It's just weekend warriors.
Do weekend stuff like the farmer's market. I went and got new shorts yesterday. I bought some earplugs for the swimming pool because it seems like the older that I get, the easier it is for water to get into my ears. And so I got some earplugs for swimming and got some new goggles too. So I can start doing laps at the YMCA because I'm members at the YMCA. I probably won't do laps though. What's to do? Just hitting the gym when the wife gets home. I just do cardio stuff. Nothing else really. We got our auto insurance switched to Florida. We saved $1 by changing some things on the liability thing. So we saved like $1.71. Got to get the car registered. Tomorrow's the missus's birthday. She's gonna be 29, just like me.
Yeah. Okay.
What else? I don't really know what else. Oh, I got drill this weekend.
It's the first of the month. First weekend of the month.
Well, usually they're not the first weekend of the month, but it's one weekend a month, and it just happens to fall on the first weekend of this month. And
Yeah.
Just trying to think what else. Got one of the many guitars out of the closet and do some picking a little bit throughout the day. One of the cats has been pissing on everything. He's an asshole.
Last night, when we were going to bed, the dog peed on the bed.
Oh God! I hope you have a mattress protector.
We do have a mattress protector, and it was pretty bad. It was a lot of pee.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, so, at the farmer's market, do they sell, like, discounted meat?
No, they don't. However, there are, let's just call them farmers, because it's a farmer's market. Small batch, handcrafted, artisanal meats. Like, you can get, goat or lamb. I don't know if it was the same vendor, not last week, but the weekend before, we saw that they had rabbit available, and it seems pretty pricey. I've never had rabbit, and I've never, purchased rabbit. I'm not a hunter, so I couldn't tell you anything about harvesting wild game, if that's considered. Well, that's small game, I guess, but you can get exotic meats, in quotations, and the prices seem pretty steep because of inflation and because, farmers markets are for yuppie tourists who like to spend lots of money at these things. Example, so just bought an espresso cup, so it holds like 2 ounces of espresso, so it's like a 2-cup cup. She said it was $30, and they also, and this is like handmade, some pottery person, whatever they're called, a sculptor or whatever. But they also had ramen bowls for purchase. And I'm like, oh, those are so neat, because they had like these notches cut out where you can rest your chopsticks. I don't even want to know how much those were going for if the little 2-ounce cup was $30. But yeah, so a lot of stuff's handmade bullshit that people try to
Yeah, I remember
make some money on.
I remember when we went to Wizard of Clay. Remember that place?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's there anymore. I think the brewery took.
I think it's still there. I think it's right next door.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember like going there in high school, and we went there.
Did
and
we do a field trip there?
I think we did in elementary school, but I think someone came in from the Wizard of Clay to our school, taught us how to make like bowls and shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it is a long time ago, so. But yeah, so Laura had carpal tunnel surgery.
Again? Oh my gosh.
She got that done. They allowed 2 people to go in to or just, by her bedside before she goes in and stuff like that. So we had Laura's brother Alex watch the dogs. So then me and Laura's mom went, and it's funny because when they start putting the medication that makes her, groggy and, silly. I guess this time when she went in, she didn't remember going into the surgery.
Classic.
So, but then she remembered getting out of it, and she was like half dead basically because of the medicine. So, but when Laura was in surgery, we went out to the waiting room, and we were trying to figure out the vending machines. We looked like 2 idiots trying to get sodas out of the vending machine using a credit card.
Oh, why? Have you never used a credit card for a vending machine before?
I think I used one once.
Oh.
And that was it, but it was just us like standing there for 15 minutes trying to figure out this stupid vending machine.
And it's funny that you bring that up, because that is a great segue to one of the things that I kind of want to talk about in this week's episode of the basement podcast, vending machine.
Not the basement podcast.
Vending machine business. So it's like back in my active duty days, in the break room of this place that we call the Yard, they have a bunch of vending machines, and they all take credit cards or debit cards and cash. And you got your Lickies and Chewies, your Monster Energy drinks and your cigarettes and candy bars and bullshit like that. And I was like, so in the Navy we have this thing called a gee-dunk, which is just your snacks, and you go and you give a person money and they give you snacks. So right before I got out, I was a cashier person for that, or it was like the monitor for the gee-dunk. So I sat at a chair, and people came like, hey, let me get a couple Monsters and a breakfast sandwich. I'm like, okay, that'll be this much dollars, and they give me the money. Then I write it down on this little piece of paper. But so my wife at her work, they don't have the gee-dunk program going. So I'm like, babe, why don't I just find like a shitty old vending machine on the old internets, and you can bring it up to your fellow people, like, hey, I got this guy. I told her, you guys can take 1% of the sales of every month, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, so we'll just we'll take 1% of his sales, and then we can use that for our fundraising or whatever. But she's like, yeah, that's probably a conflict of interest, but just fill it up with, I thought, because the Liquid Death waters, they got all those flavors now, and it's just such awesome marketing that it just makes me want to be addicted to it. Heavy metal water, who would have thunk? But just fill it up with that and sell them for $3. as, you know, a 50% markup or whatever it is, and you know, you put one in the trailer park right out front and have like individual cigarettes or something.
Like the Shed and Trailer Park
Yeah.
Boys, where they sell bootleg DVDs
Yeah.
and single cigarettes.
I know, like, so you know the tattoo shop in Canandaigua, Lady Luck?
Yeah.
So you don't have any tattoos. I don't know if you've ever been there, but like 15 years ago when I got tattooed there, they had a vending machine with all a bunch of different random shit in there, like deodorant, shoelaces.
In Lady Luck?
Yeah. And I always thought, like, if you were like a music store and you didn't want to deal with, you know, customers coming up and like, oh, let me get a pack of strings or a pack of picks or whatever. You just have like a vending machine with like the essentials of like drumsticks and guitar picks and strings and, you know, patch cables or whatever. But I don't know. Would that be beneficial? I don't know, but I always thought that'd be cool.
I always thought, okay, so I've always seen like TikToks of people emptying out quarters in the laundry machine or laundromats, and they make about, I mean, it's not really that much money. I mean, they have to pay for the electricity, water, if they have like TVs with cable, they got to pay for that, and it's just at the end, I don't know if they might make a little profit, and it's really easy work because all you got to do is collect the coins, and that's basically all the work.
Yeah.
Because
you
don't have to pay someone to do that. You can be the owner and do it yourself. And
yeah, so like in, you know, my hometown, the town that you graduated from, so there's two laundromats in town now. So there's a new laundromat in town, and my nephew, he goes there like once a day to like clean up, you know, empty out trash or whatever. And I don't know how much they pay him, but I'm like, I'm like, Liam, why don't you like find out what these machines are, get the key to them so you can empty the coin trays or whatever. But yeah, you know, laundromat would be a good business to have, whether you have like the vending machines and the arcade games and the laundromats. Because everybody's got to do their laundry.
The only problem with, I think, the laundromats and arcades and like all that, if the machine breaks, you might have to spend like hundreds of dollars to fix it.
But you might not if it's under warranty.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that too, under warranty. But usually these people will buy these laundry machines in auctions foreclosed, and then put them in, and then hopefully they work, you know?
Yeah.
So.
You trying to get a new washer and dryer?
No, ours is still working.
We'll sell you one.
Oh yeah.
You know, a washer and a dryer, because this apartment that we are renting came with a washer and dryer. So we got this perfectly good washer and dryer just hanging out in the storage unit down the hall.
Why don't you sell it on Facebook?
We might. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Well, none of the places here need washer and dryers, so I don't want like some sketchy person coming.
Yeah.
To check it out, because, you know, the front of the apartment is a nice neighborhood, but behind the apartment is the hood.
Oh yeah. The hood.
Yeah. So the other day, last week, actually, I was just like, you know, looking at the view. So it was like, we look like straight down a street, and there's like this abandoned building on the left. And I see this bum coming out of the building, and he's just walking down the street, and his pants are slowly falling off him, and he's just continue walking.
Yeah.
Like, ugh, what a sketchy neighborhood we're living in.
We were talking about, we've been looking for the Vegas trip. We've been looking on Airbnb, and we've been looking at the map. It looks like a decent area for in Vegas, but you know, I don't know the area, so
I'm not too familiar with Vegas. Actually, my wife's parents, they live there. When we first started dating many moons ago, and we went out to Vegas, I think it was for Thanksgiving one year. And then, you know, we didn't go down the Vegas Strip. We went to this other section of Vegas. I think it was called Fremont Street. I can't really remember, but, you know, we drove by the Pawn Stars place, and we drove by this one road that was like hobo alley that was just like hobos everywhere and shitty old tents and shopping carts but speaking of Vegas, you remember way back in the day, Rob Dyrdek TV show?
Yeah, on MTV.
Yeah, no, on music television.
Yeah.
He had a hotel in Vegas. He
Oh
bought
yeah,
this shitty old hotel and refurbished it. You should try to stay at that one.
Yeah, we looked at some hotels. We could probably get it cheaper if we get an Airbnb, and then we could get our own food at grocery stores.
You don't need to be there for 4 days. Just go to buffets every day.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that, but yeah.
It's like I didn't do any gambling when I was in Vegas in the casinos. When we left Las Vegas, I did a slot machine in the airport. I put in $5 and maxed it out and lost everything.
All right.
Did you do any, speaking of, losing money, the lottery?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so
being 1.3 billion or whatever, did you play it at all?
I didn't play it. I didn't have any spare cash, so
you didn't have $2 to spare.
No, because you can't buy lotto tickets with credit cards or debit cards.
Go rummage your change drawer.
Yeah, I could have. We have this parrot thing. I'll show you, but it's filled with loose change.
Yeah.
And I could have broke it open and probably got $2, but yeah, no, I didn't play. No, it was like 1.4, I think, or 1.5 billion dollars.
I don't think it was that much.
You don't think it was that much?
No.
I'll have to look
remember
it up,
it was like 1.2 something or another, or 1.3. Yeah.
Oh, it might have been 1.2.
That's only like what, $600 or $600 million after taxes.
Yeah.
Please.
What would be the first thing you would do if you won the lottery?
I would call a lawyer.
Call a lawyer?
Yep. I'm like, hey, I just won the lottery. I'm trying to lawyer up. Change my email address and my telephone. Not tell anybody. Sit on it for a while. Make copies of the ticket. Put it in a safe.
Yeah.
Things that I would buy all my dream guitars. I would buy, my dream muscle car, which is a, first generation Camaro. I would buy an Austin Volkswagen Vanagon bus. And then I would just get fat and happy.
Yeah. Yeah, I brought this up in the older podcast, but I would think I would do. They have this like $2 million mansion.
Yeah.
It's on a golf course,
mm-hmm.
and I think you have to be approved into the golf course, the country club, to live there, and they you can order food from their restaurant and stuff like that. So
you're talking about Bristol Harbor.
Well, Bristol Harbor is no longer.
Yeah, I know, but when it was in its heyday.
Yeah. Yep. So, but yeah, this place is in Victor, New York. And I think I would buy that. And then I would have like Laura's mom and the whole family live with us. But yeah, I would do that. I would help out Laura's family, and then they wouldn't have to worry about working ever again and stuff like that.
And then you blow through $1.3 billion in the first year. And then that's back to living in the park.
It's like, can I buy back my trailer, please? So we got some email.
Oh, great.
So let me read the first one. It says, are you guys going to have stickers for sale? I want to support the show. Yes. I think we're gonna make stickers probably in the fall.
Wait, I thought you already had stickers.
I do. I have Beer Pirate Radio stickers, but I don't have the Bogart Podcast stickers. And I'm gonna make them I'm gonna make some in the fall.
Why? Why not just design it up next week?
I don't know. I mean,
don't hit send. What else you got going on that's so?
Well, no,
whatever the word is that takes up your time.
It's just that I bought a crap load of Beer Pirate Radio stickers and probably sold 2. So I want to look around.
Yes, we do have stickers for sale at the website www.blah.com. You can Venmo me or Cash App me or Apple Pay me.
Yeah, and I have the Venmo set up for the website. So if you just Venmo me $3 and put your address down so I know who to send it to, you can get a Beer Pirate Radio sticker.
Does the $3 include shipping? I mean, I'm sure it's not going to cost much. A stamp.
No.
So you're gonna
I think it's.
So you're going to cover the shipping?
Yeah. It's like what? What's a stamp now? Like.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's like 52 cents.
I do all my mailing on the internet. The electronic mail, not that snail mail.
I send our lot fee through the mail. I send a check.
What? Do you do a cashier's check?
No, I have like a checkbook.
Go down to the old post office and say, hey, I'd like a cashier's check, please.
Do they do cashier's checks at the post office?
Yeah. I think that's what they're called.
I thought you can only get cashier's checks at a bank. Well, maybe. Isn't it just, well, I don't know. Anyways. All right, so the next email is, hey, Bogart Podcast.
To reiterate to this person's question, yes, there are stickers for sale.
Yeah.
Send Evan $3 and he'll get it out to you with your, but make sure you include a name and an address.
Yeah. And I don't have the Bogart Podcast stickers yet, but we do have Beer Pirate Radio stickers. So just look on the merch page on the website, the BogartPodcast.com.
You know, the website that looks like it's made in 1997?
Hey, man. It's not that bad.
With its Comic Sans S or whatever the font is called, and it's neon green, the black background.
And then you can also watch all of the YouTube videos that we make. Alright, so the next email is, hey, Bogart Podcast. On the last episode, Evan talks about living in a trailer park. How did you make the decision to move into a trailer park?
Let me answer this one for you. Well, listener, time for tough. He just lost his job at the pickle factory.
Pickle factory. No, I did research on... Well, we drove through a trailer park.
Have you ever seen the TV show Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Dramatic pause for the person to answer. Oh, you have? Great. Okay, so you've seen the movie, TV show, movies, cartoons, Trailer Park Boys. That is Evan's life. And he's like, you know what? I want to live in a trailer park. I want to become Bubbles. I already got the glasses. I'll just live in a trailer instead of someone's shed.
Well,
then I'll go I'll grow dope in the spare bathroom.
Yeah.
I'll have a bunch of stray cats.
There it is. Well, it wasn't as bad as when there was a stray cat problem for a while. You can hear them fight in the middle of the night and stuff like that. But there hasn't been that many cats around lately.
You hear someone yelling, "I'll piss off with the cats."
Yeah. But no, me and Laura drove around to different trailer parks and we looked for sale signs. Then I looked on the website and saw what trailer park is owned by, who owns the trailer park, and it was AGL at the time. And I just kind of emailed them and said I was interested in buying a trailer. And so we set it up and we looked at 4 trailers in Wishingwell, where I live now. And we picked the one that we decided that the rest of the trailers we looked at were trash. They were all smelled like cigarettes, and
Do you blame them? I mean, it is a trailer park.
Yeah, I mean, they were bad. They were. One of them wasn't even done yet. They wanted us to fix it up, and so I was like, no way. So we found this trailer that I live at now, and we bought it for 11,000.
You bought it. Didn't you
Oh yeah.
live in it by yourself before she came into your life?
No, we always lived together.
No.
So, but we probably put about another $4,000 to $5,000 into it.
A new
to
tar
fix it.
roof, new flooring in the kitchen,
Yeah.
new washer and dryer, right? Didn't you get?
Yeah.
Oh, new hot water tank.
New hot water tank. Yep.
And new tar roof, so that doesn't leak anymore. You know, it's a smart trailer. You know, you can be like, hey Alexa, turn off the TV, and she'll turn off the TV. Or, hey Alexa, play the Backstreet Boys, and she'll play the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, we have Google, our smart devices, and I think the only smart light we have now is in the bedroom.
Oh, you
because the other ones.
The one? For all these loyal listeners in here, I've been to his humble abode, and it's not that bad. I was very surprised, you know, because, like, wasn't it? No, I was listening to the very first episode of your podcast stuff way back in the day with Mr. Stoker, and I made the joke about, did you get that rash taken care of? And you're talking about how, like, you had this fungus. And,
yeah.
You know, for you living in filth. But you're not really living in filth.
No, me and Laura like to keep things clean.
To all you loyal listeners out there, I call Evan. Well, I don't want to say call. We text quite a bit, and I was like, "Hey man, what you up to?" He's like, "Oh, not much, just cleaning." I'm like, "Again, you cleaned yesterday."
Yeah, I gotta actually probably after this podcast, I gotta clean the house. We kind of made a mess of it last night. We had a fire and we chilled and that was about it.
Did you roast weenies on the propane fire pit?
No, we just sat around the. I went down to go get beer. I bought a 12-pack, and then we flew right through that, so I had to ride my bike back down, and I have a backpack to put the beer in it.
Is it a backpack cooler?
No, it's just a regular backpack.
You should get a backpack cooler.
Yeah, yes.
One of my buddies was telling me he got a backpack cooler from this place. I can't remember the name of the store, but they sell, like, discounted stuff, and so he bought it, and it ripped that first day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, and those aren't cheap either.
Yeah.
Actually, we do have one. We have one, where Laura works, they gave her one for, like, Employee Appreciation Day or something like that. But, yeah, we do have one, but I don't think you could fit a 12-pack in it, though. I think it's just made for, like, water bottles and... But, yeah, I went down to the gas station to get beer the second time, and I saw that they had Fireball in, like, a pint-size Fireball thing, and I don't really get... I think the Fireball that you get at gas stations it doesn't have a lot of whiskey in it. I think it's just malt liquor, really. And then I think you can buy...
Fireball's not a malt liquor, though.
I don't know, because how can they sell whiskey?
It's cinnamon schnapps. Or cinnamon-flavored whiskey, right?
Yeah, it's cinnamon-flavored whiskey, but how can gas stations sell whiskey now?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Did you
get
some?
Yeah, I got some.
Okay,
and it tastes like...
Get the bottle. Read what it says.
Alright, so it says... it is whiskey. Smooth whiskey with a fire kick or a hot cinnamon. It tastes like heaven, burn like hell.
That's so stupid.
What happens next is up to you. It was like $7. So I bought it.
You know,
I had like two... What's that?
I'll let you finish.
I had like 2 sips of it, and then we all went to bed.
Yeah, so remember when we went skiing, and I brought the Uller, the cinnamon and peppermint schnapps?
Yeah.
So at my kiddo's birthday, my uncle came in. He's an alcoholic. I don't know why he still tries to hide it. Everyone knows that he is. No one cares, but he's like, what do we got for alcohol at this? I'm like, well, it's a kid's party, man. There's not really any alcohol here. I mean, I got this. And so I want to say we had like half a bottle when we left the ski resort that day.
Yeah.
And I didn't really have much after that. So this was April when her birthday was, and he like almost finished off that whole bottle. I had to take it and hide it from him. But also way back in the day when me and my homeboy Cody used to work at Bristol Mountain, and then a couple years later I got my cousin to work there too. So we would go have Cody meet us at the tavern every night, and we were always like, let's do some hot damn, which is, you know, I don't know the pronunciation of the company, to Kipper or to Kuiper or to Cooper or whatever it is, to Kipper or whatever. They make all those liqueurs. So they have one called Hot Damn, and I want to say it's a cinnamon one, but we never did it. But we always joked about, you know, let's get around a Hot Damn, because at the time my cousin Nathan and I were big into this band called Every Time I Die, and they have a band or an album called Hot Damn, I think is what it's called. But yeah, that's my story about that.
Yeah. But, yeah. All right, so.
But yeah, I only really like to drink the Uller in the wintertime. It goes good in hot chocolate.
Yeah. That was, I remember we went, and we were the first people at the ski resort, and we had...
And those Joe Schmuckatellis took forever
and
to get
then
there.
we drank probably about... I drank a shitload of beer that day, skiing, and then I just remember you saying, like, you were trying not to fall, but you were falling. And you were like, don't videotape me falling. So, in Turkey, they have hair transplants for $2,000, and they put you up in a hotel.
Thinking about doing it?
I mean, that's not a lot. $2,000, they put you up in a hotel and then they do the hair transplant?
Yeah. Where are they going to transplant it from?
Oh, my back, my belly, my ass crack. But yeah, I mean, $2,000 isn't a lot of money. You go look at these places you have to go.
Does that include the airfare?
No, I don't think it includes the airfare. But I mean, I'm sure you could find like a, I don't know. That's probably what.
Turkey's in the Middle East, so you could probably do the Air Emirates or whatever the airline is. It's like super swanky, and you can spend like, I don't know how much to go. I'm just you know, free balling here, or not free balling, spitballing. Well, I don't know what the term is, but you know, that's what like the super rich fly when they go to Dubai, and that's probably, you know, like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for a first class, where you get, you know, all you can drink, the top of the line champagne, and you get one of those first class suites. And, yeah, so you should do it.
Yeah, I mean,
max out your credit card.
I mean, I can't do that. That's only for like emergencies and stuff like that. Or if I had to take Lucy into like a emergency vet or whatever.
Do you not have pet health insurance?
No, I don't. I looked into it. It costs about like $48 a month. I think we might get it when she gets a little bit older, but yeah, we took her to the vet. She was healthy, but the week before she was sick, so, and she lost 8 pounds, so that's good. She's on a diet now. We give her about like a half a cup of food, and then we mix like rice or like something like little wet food in it. So she lost 8 pounds, and they want her to lose another like pound. So.
Keep it going. Maybe you'll make those changes too.
Oh, me? I lose weight?
Yeah.
I've lost a lot of weight. I was telling Laura the other day, I think the heaviest I ever been was 220.
That's nothing.
No, that's not really nothing, but you know me though, I'm skinny as hell. And I gained...
You used to be skinny as hell.
Yeah, I used to be skinny as hell. But then, you know, I think I gained all the weight right after I stopped taking this one medication.
Right after the divorce.
Divorce. So let's talk about. Did you see the Spider-Man 4 trailer?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
So I think this trailer for Spider-Man 4, or the movie that's going to come out, I think Disney Plus is going to be able to play it now because Sony owns the rights to the Spider-Man movies. So Spider-Man, all the Spider-Man movies are,
Yep, I know that.
all of them are owned by Sony,
Yep.
and couldn't be able to play on Disney Plus because Sony had the rights.
Yep.
So I think the Spider-Man 4, Disney Plus is going to be able to play it on their platform.
How come?
I think they made an agreement that if they paid a certain amount of money, that the streaming service could play the movie.
Yeah, we'll see. All I know is the Spider-Man stuff that Sony's got. That's really like the only thing that they got going for them. So they're gonna hold on to those Spider-Man rights for as long as they can.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
It's like, have you seen Into the Spider-Verse, the cartoon one?
yep.
That one was awesome, and they're making a second one of that, and that's probably gonna be pretty good too.
Yeah. Yeah, out of all the Marvel movies, Spider-Man's probably my favorite. But then I love the X-Men series.
Yeah.
The X-Men series was badass. I loved that. But then they stopped making them, and they made what? The Wolverine?
There's the first three
Yeah.
X-Men movies, and then there's like the reboot that the where it takes place in the the 60s and 70s and I don't want to say it's in the early 90s is one of the next three X-Men movies, and then there's the three X-Men or the three Wolverine movies.
So yeah, so hopefully I can watch that on Disney Plus because we have that streaming service with like 3 other streaming services we have.
Hulu and ESPN.
We have Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and then we have regular cable.
We have cable television now for the first time in forever.
You know what? It pisses me off because I pay I don't pay a lot of money, but there's nothing on. There's never nothing on. It's all just reruns, and it's all ridiculousness on MTV. That's all they play is that shows. And then Comedy Central, it's always The Office. I mean, I've seen every episode.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I've seen all the episodes, and it's kind of like, I'm over it. So
I'll never be over it.
I guess it's like me and Trailer Park Boys. I can watch that for hours and never get old with it, and you can watch The Office and never get old with it.
Yep.
So, but yeah, but there's like nothing. It's never nothing on. We probably watch about like 2 shows a week on cable, and that's it. But football's coming up, and the preseason games are coming up, so I'll have to get the normal package again, where it has the NFL Network, so I can watch the preseason football games. So,
Who's your team?
New England Patriots.
You traitor.
I am a trader, but you know what? I remember skiing in the up in New England and those areas, and they would always watch football, so I always was rooting for the Patriots. So that's why I guess. But you know what? After Tom Brady left, the dynasty went down. So I don't think we're going to win that many games this year. So
Yeah, I've never really been into football until this past year, where I pretty much watched almost all the Bills games, and like all the people that I drilled with are all diehard Bills people. So I came to liking the Bills, and this year the Super Bowl is on my birthday.
is it really?
Yep, I'll be 29 on the Super Bowl. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know. It could be anyone's game, really. But all right. Do I have anything else to talk about?
I don't know.
Oh, so Laura's sister's having a birthday party, right? Mm-hmm. And she used this app to rent a pool.
Yep.
And
She ended up renting it.
I don't know if she rented it yet, but she's going to rent a pool for her birthday, and we're gonna all go there for 4 hours and swim in the pool.
Where is it at?
In Rochester.
In Rochester. I bet I
Yeah.
can find it. Did she? What was the app that they used?
Oh, I don't know, but it was like
Was it like Swimly or something?
Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah, I thought that was pretty funny that we're gonna be going to like renting out someone's pool. I wonder if we can. Hopefully we can bring booze because.
Well, so like when you told me via text message that you guys were thinking about doing that for her birthday, and of course I get onto the Google and I Google it, and I told you there's only like 4 pools in and around Rochester.
Yeah.
And like some of the things say no parties, right? So like, and some of them don't say anything about parties. I mean, who's gonna rent a pool and not have a party?
Yeah, really. And the other thing too is that we looked on the app and then they had these like above ground pools, like the shitty ones that you could buy at probably Costco or like BJ's. They have like those pools for you can rent those ones out, and they want like $30 an hour for a pool that if you stretch out, you could touch the other end. So it's just funny what people.
You should get one of those plastic pools, like the little kid pools that
That are like 12 inches deep.
Yeah, and you just get one of those and put it in your yard and try to rent it out for like $1 an hour.
But yeah, we thought that was funny that these it looked like even like people in trailer parks and stuff like that were renting out pools and shit. So
yeah. I mean, do you blame them?
Yeah.
It's a hot boy summer or whatever it is that dude said last year.
Yeah. But I think that's it. That's all I had to talk about. Do you want to wrap up the show?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
So check it, boys and girls.
All right, so call the show, 585-678-1660. Email the show at thebogartpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on social media at The Bogart Podcast. If you want to listen to the show, listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and I think there's one more, but I don't know. But that will be it this week. Until next time, I'll see you on the other side.
Everett, for the record, how much dick do you suck?
I don't suck any. This has been a Beer Pirate Radio production.